Hi, this is Jeff Van Gundy. I'm supporting John Granato for president, and the bigger question is, why aren't you? This man can change America.
Former Rocket head coach Jeff Van Gundy, who is on the broadcast, who you just heard here, just making him nuts. Flopping just makes him nuts. And I like that Breen knows, and he let you go. And that's what makes a good broadcast crew. Welcome to the show. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Yeah, Mike gets a little nervous when I start going off on a tangent. And rightfully so, I might add.
I got a little nervous because you went after the commission. We pay him $25 million. You'd think.
Well, that was sort of tongue-in-cheek. I have no idea. I think his salary is the most closely guarded secret in America. So I'm not sure. I was just guesstimating. And I'm sure I'll hear about that down the road.
I'm sure you will. I was wondering if, can he find broadcasters? But Bill Worrell whines about the officials all the time. He never gets anything. Players, as soon as they do. But you can say whatever you want now. Now, you get back into coaching, and you better watch yourself.
Yeah, I think, if I ever do, the schedule for our team will include, instead of 41 road games, about 61 road games. Yeah, but that's okay. And this is what I believe. Just take the block charge. When I first came into the NBA, you had to be hit with such force and so square on to get a charge. And if you'd already released the shot and then ran into somebody, they never gave you that call. If you went up in the air and you passed and then the contact came, never got the call. The NBA charge has now morphed into what the college charge is. Any contact, it's a charge. And I agree with him. Too many charge calls. I think the block charge is different from flopping. Flopping to me is acting and embellishing. And I think it's very difficult to call it within the game because these guys are so skilled now as actors, and it's happening in such real time. But after the fact, I don't think it's hard to determine. And I think there has to be heavy fines and suspensions after X amount of flops to deter these guys from trying to act their way to a call. And I think it could be corrected starting tomorrow if it was a priority by the NBA.
Didn't you as a coach flopping?
I never coached flopping. I did coach charge taking, and I'm not saying my guys wouldn't flop. But you know what? As a coach, if they had a rule that, we're going to fine those guys, hey, so be it. And I was telling you guys off air, when I was with the Knicks, Pat Riley left, Don Nelson got hired. The first practice we had, we practiced our head snap. I had never seen anything like that. And Coach Nelson was critiquing, that's not really the proper head snap. You've got to snap it harder and let out a groan. Oh! Yeah, the verbal flop, which is, runs, as a partner to the head snap is the verbal flop that you have to give. I mean, this is very complicated stuff. And Scola, and I love Scola, but if I was the dean of flopping, I would be hitting him with fine after fine and until he stopped, some of his flopping as well.
The yell has become a major part of NBA play now, where you're going inside and you go, when you're going up with the ball and you're not even touched.
I agree. The verbal flop bothers me, and I actually think to give the referees a better idea is if you accumulate so many flops, just like the scarlet letter, you have to wear a scarlet F on for flopper on your jersey just to, remind the officials, hey, this is a known flopper.